Hello, welcome to another episode of Constitutionalist Podcast. I am your host, Joseph M. Leonard. That's L-E-N-A-R-D. It looks French. It's not. It's Leonard without an O. Thank you for tuning in. As Graham Norton used to say on his show, let's get on with the show!
Warning. This episode contains some audio and or video glitches. It is not your equipment.
Joining me today is Brigitte Donoho, and I was just joking with her. Can I buy an A? No, I can't buy an A because there isn't an A in there. So for the benefit of the transcript, it's Brigitte Donoho, Donoho. So I was joking with somebody the other day. Someone was on, had all O's in their name too. No, it was Deborah Green had a bazillion E's. Well, you'd be good on what is it? Wheel of Fortune, right? Can I buy an
buy
E?
a vowel? Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Buy a vowel.
So, all kidding aside, welcome to the show, Brigitte.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Okay, let's do the proverbial first question before we get into the stuff about why you're here. Where are you from? Where were you born and raised? Where are you now? Any significant places you may have been in between? How much time did you spend in prison and for what? And did you write a song about it? Yeah.
Well, I am located in Ann Arbor, Michigan now. I was
not far from me. No.
Oh, where are you at?
I'm in Wyandotte, so
okay.
Yeah, we're I-94, not many miles apart.
Yep, pretty close. I was born in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I lived there till I was about 10, then moved to Las Vegas, lived there, and then moved to California for about 6 months, moved back to Vegas, and then moved to Michigan when I was 16. Met my husband. We were high school sweethearts, and I went to college down in Mississippi while we were dating. Then I came back up and got married, and I've been in the Detroit metro area ever since. We lived in Ypsi, but now we're settled in Ann Arbor.
The U of M crowd. Right?
Yeah.
Those nuts. And I say that because I have family that went there. So I know they're nuts.
Yeah. I love Ann Arbor. It's a wonderful city to live in.
Interesting. Let me put that in air quotes. Definitely interesting. Is it fair? And I don't want to put you in a box. Is it fair to genre you as a folk singer?
I would be considered more of a worship singer. I do CCM worship, and I have done some folk stuff, but I would not consider myself a folk singer. I have only one folk song that's out.
What motivates you've been around show business? Atlantic City, whether you were directly related or Vegas, obviously you're around all that show busy stuff that influenced your desire to be in a singing career, or what's the genesis of that?
Well, my family was in the casino business, and so that kind of explains a lot of it. My dad was a shift manager, and so they would bring him in to open a lot of the casinos. Like he opened up the MGM in Vegas, and that's why we moved out there. And then he did the Pachanga in California. So that's why we moved. I feel like almost disclaiming, like I'm not an Army kid. We were in the casino business.
I knew you were going to go there, though. Yeah.
Yeah. So we moved around a lot. I always wanted to be a singer of some sort, and I kind of fought the whole worship thing for a little while. I love worship music, but I was like, no, I'm going to kind of do my own thing. And I kept feeling the Lord say, no, I really want you to do this. And every time that I would go to sit down and write a song, a worship song came out. So I've been doing that for the past 15 years.
I like to say about my books a lot of time, they may be from my fingers typing them in, but they're really through me.
Yeah.
You feel that way about your music most times?
Sure. Yeah, I feel like different seasons of life reflect different songs. And so, you can really see what season you're going through the writing, and so it's very personal, and it definitely, I feel like I'm a yielded vessel for whatever God wants to speak through.
How many albums do you, I still call them albums, how many releases do you have?
I have 4 EPs, and then I have tons of singles. I started with Restored, that was an EP, and then I did Children of God, and then I've released another one called Carry You, and that's reflecting on loss. And so those are singer-songwriter songs after I wrote after my dad passed away. So that's a collection of songs for that. And then let's see, This Is That. I had 3 songs, and so that's another EP with worship music. And I just released a country song I wrote for Valentine's Day for my husband. So I kind of do a little bit of everything.
That's why I didn't want to quite put you in the box, because I knew you did a few things.
Sure.
Singles. I mean, singles have always, of course, been important in the record industry. A single, if you could get it to hit, sells the single, and it often then sells the LP it's attached with.
Right.
But now with digital marketing, almost everything's a digital single download these days.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I've stopped making CDs. I have CDs from 15 years ago when I first started out, but since then I do not make them, because that's not people. I don't even have a CD player, so I'm like, well, that's kind of funny if I were to sell CDs, because nobody even really has them in their cars anymore. So it's just a different world, and it's knowing how to adjust to the world that you're in and the climate you're in.
The invention of what the heck, I forget what Jobs called the original device that was not the iPad, but the original music box, basically.
Oh, an MP3 player.
Yeah, the original MP3 players was I forget what he called it now. I'm having a blank though. Yeah, that completely changed the way people held and played music.
Right.
It kind of came out of the Sony Walkman thing. It's like no one wants the cassette anymore. Can't we store this digitally? And indeed we can now, with the advent of more hard drive storage on a smaller space, so you could cram, and then the MP3 data set, for lack of a better word, being a former IT guy, the compression method to allow music to be stored in a reasonable sized way for playback without losing too much quality.
Right.
So you're too young, but you might remember Napster.
I vaguely remember it. I never downloaded anything from it, but I remember people talking about it.
Yeah, and that was another one though. Without Napster, the systems we have now wouldn't exist. Although, of course, the issue of how artists would be able to make a living monetizing their work rather than it just shared free. As a creative myself, I get that you need to be paid for your work. It's not a hobby. Although writing books for me, I still consider a hobby because I'm on disability. I still consider it a hobby. I don't make a living at it. So I apologize because I'm not feeling all that well today. So I'm
sorry.
I'm having a brain fog day.
You're good. Take your time.
So I'm just not
I
my
understand.
usual self. I don't know what to ask. I've
You are
had
good.
I've had musical guests on all kinds of times, and so the faith. It's easier for you to write, but in a way, it's still considered a niche market.
I would say so. And I know that it's like quote unquote termed worship music, but the way that I look at worship is every aspect of your life should be worship. And so, like, when you're putting it in a box of this is worship versus this is, and like this is Christian and this isn't. Well, if you are singing something that edifies God, like marriage edifies God, having a strong, healthy marriage, having strong, healthy children. I have a song called Cherish Moments that's about when my kids were little and just being a good mom. So songs like that would not be considered quote unquote worship, but they are worship because they are a reflection of my heart of worship, but how I steward my family. And so I guess I would consider all of my songs worship songs, but they're just different frequencies, if that makes sense.
Oh, it does. I get that, and not to sound like Bill Clinton. Right? It depends on what the definition of is, right?
Right?
Depends on what your definition of a worship tune is. But
Yeah.
in general, your genre would be considered Christian.
Yes.
And indeed, a lot of country songs are Christian songs,
Right.
and Christian songs are country songs.
Sure.
So there has always been that. Elvis got his start singing gospel music.
Right. He
So,
sure did. Yeah, absolutely.
and without that, the other influences would, I don't know what Elvis would have been had he not had that basis, that foundation.
Oh,
I,
yeah, absolutely. You can hear it all throughout his music too. You can hear the gospel influences most of his songs.
yep, yep. Even the more rock songs, but people, of course, think Elvis and they think the pelvis gyrations.
Right.
So, right,
Too much for daytime or for even for nighttime TV. They would block it from the waist up because it
yeah,
was very controversial.
exactly, exactly. Your sexualization, as there would always be that argument. Well, how gospel can he really be? Well, sex is part of our human nature still.
Right.
And
Yep.
so to try to deny the animal side of us is to deny part of God's creation in a way.
Right. No, it's true.
I don't know where I'm going with that, but I'm not going anywhere particular with it, actually. Do you have aspirations to indeed release any particular other types? Do you want to dabble? I know, like, my father was Ted Leonard Jr., had the Polka Kings band. I dabbled in music. Most artists like to dabble in other genres to expand your own dynamics, for lack of a better word. How many instruments do you play?
I play guitar and I'll play a little bit of keys.
I always bring up Eddie Van Halen and the Van Halen band. The first
Yeah.
two albums were very, of course, hard rock guitar centric. And
Right.
a lot of people got upset when Eddie wanted to expand his horizons a little, and women and children came out with keyboards on it. And it was like, oh my God, what are you doing? But as an artist, I get that desire for not wanting to repeat the same stuff over and over.
Yeah. I would say
Oh, you froze.
you know what I'm saying? Like my first album, you would oh, did it freeze up? Okay.
Yeah, you froze
Okay.
up there for a second.
I would say like my first album was more pop CCM, and then I have some other CCM stuff that has a little bit more rocky stuff. And then I have a plethora of things. The only thing that I haven't done is rock, like hard rock. And I would love to do that. I've actually been talking to my husband about it, and I'm like, I'd love to dabble in a little bit of ska, 90s ska, like the punk rock ska, and then some like harder stuff.
Hmm. Well, of course, the most famous, widely known Christian quote hard rock band would be Striper.
Okay, I remember them.
You
Yeah.
remember, right? I think everybody remembers them, even though I mean Alice Cooper. A lot of people
Well,
don't.
he's Alice Cooper's a believer. He's like a strong believer.
Yes, that's where I was going. And you being from in Ann Arbor, me being from the Detroit area my whole life,
Yeah.
Vincent is from Michigan, the southeast Michigan area. So, yeah, Alice, of course, just the stage persona.
Right.
But even through his dark days of alcoholism and whatnot, before he came back to his faith, all that music really still was good over evil, even in
Hmm.
his days where he wouldn't necessarily have considered himself a Christian.
Right.
It sold to Christians because, in the end, evil got the guillotine punished evil.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there was always the biblical references in their music, whether he was intending to put them there or not.
Yeah, absolutely. What I have a funny story about him actually. My
Oh,
mom worked at a casino in California, and she was one of the people that would kind of show people around, and she's very personable. And he was one of the guests at the casino that night, and she was terrified. Like she had to excuse herself, and she went and occupied herself with something else and had somebody cover for her. And when my mom told me who was there, she's like, "Oh yeah, he looked so satanic. I was just gonna," and I'm like, "Mom, like he would have loved to talk to you about golf, his grandkids, and the Lord." And it
yes.
it switched her perspective, because I'm like, just because somebody looks a certain way, like you have no idea. And so it really like triggered something in her approach to how you approach people. And I'm like, and even if he wasn't, like, even if he was like a hardcore like satanic guy, what if you were the only light that he would have ever encountered? So it's just having that perspective
Right. There
change, that adjustment.
could be an opportunity to bring light into darkness.
Absolutely.
You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. But yeah, indeed, there's that persona that is given by the stage presence and the character.
Right.
So yeah, a lot of people don't understand how personable he really is.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
and that's true of a lot. I used to work in the hotel industry, so I've met a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
celebrities over the years, and you never know. It indeed truly is Martin Luther King Jr. Content of character. You
Right.
can't
Yeah.
know by the public image. It may not be the real person or not.
Right.
And I joked on another show, scammers are always really kind,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Because they're
Until they
looking
rip
to
their shirt off your
fool,
back and run away.
right? They're trying to fool people. You've
Yeah.
got to get to know someone,
Right.
whether they're actually good or bad, and everyone's entitled to bad days. The best of people are entitled to bad days.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, it works both ways, good or bad. Somebody could be presenting a very good front, but then behind closed doors, they're just a mess. And then, vice versa, they could appear to be one way, but they're really very kind-hearted. So yeah, never judge a book by its cover, ever.
Stereotypes often can have a grain of truth in them. Some of them, though, are strictly created in a derogatory fashion to try to label people. So,
Right.
indeed, you have to get to know the person's character versus the group label that might otherwise be ascribed to them. Are you releasing on your own label, or are,
Yes. Yep.
yeah, what?
Absolutely.
So you do the business aspect of it also?
Yeah, I take care of. I tell people, like, it's it's not one job, it's a million different jobs in one. So it's a lot, but it's
Personal aspect alone, I would imagine,
oh yeah,
especially you get a personal satisfaction out of it. And it's a great thing if you're also able to make a living at it. That's
right.
almost bonus.
Right. Well, I consider it almost legacy. So songs are something that my children can introduce to their children and down the line. And so nothing's ever wasted. You know, whatever you put into it, it's something that's going to last for a lifetime. And you know, even my 16-year-old, it was about a year and a half ago, he had never heard my first album. You know, I'm not walking around the house listening to all my older music. You know what I mean? You just don't do
Right.
that. And he had come across it. He was adding to his Spotify list, and he was like, "Mom, you didn't tell me how good your song Wash Over Me is." And I'm like, "Oh, like I didn't even," because he loves like that pop rock type of like thing. And that's what that song is. And so he's like, "That's like one of my favorite songs now." And then he's taking it to school and showing his friends. And so things that I'm like, I hadn't even thought about in years. And especially because I've kind of moved, like not evolved, but just, you know, you've moved on with a lot of the content, and I'm doing other things. And so I'm like, oh, this is what really resonated with you. And so I'm like, what a blessing to be able to have the younger generation enjoy it, and like that my son loves it. And every time it comes on his playlist, he's like, that's you. And it's just real, it's really neat. I'm like, it's a good way to you know, teenagers, it's a great way to connect on their level. And you know, he loves it, and it's such an honor.
Yeah, yeah, that's legacy. Absolutely. It's why I write books now, things that will be around after us to
Right.
say not necessarily who we were, but what we were about. And
Yeah.
uh, what we're trying to accomplish can live on beyond our years on the planet. My
Yes.
dad's three albums. I had a friend down the street last year. Uh, Emailed me, "Hey, I heard your dad's band on the such and such a show. They dug up one of his old tunes."
Um,
I was like, "Well, that's cool. I didn't know
did
anybody
did you
still
get
played
the
them anymore."
did they like clear that with you so that you could get like any of the royalties or anything?
Oh no, no,
Oh.
they're long in the public domain
Oh, the
now.
public domain.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Gotcha.
but yeah, the copyrights would have lapsed. But
Okay.
I'm just tickled that someone would care enough to still
Yeah.
play them, that
It's
they've
so neat.
resonated enough with someone,
Yes.
like somebody after I'm gone bringing up my book to one of my books to someone else, that
Yeah.
someone would care, thought enough about it to bring it up later. And
Right.
the same with your music. Your music gets to we, and it's sad to say, a lot of times it takes somebody dying before their stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. No, it's so true. And you know, if that I want to create stuff that when I'm gone, that it long outlives me. That it's, you know, even with everything, with the music, with like, oh wow, she was really kind, or she was this or this, you know, just I want to have a legacy where I'm known for the fruits of the spirit, I guess I should say.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, and I apologize again. I'm not my best self today,
Oh,
that's
I'm
for sure.
sorry.
But
There's a lot
so,
of stuff going around. I was sick last weekend, so I feel like it's like when it's starting to get into those February months, there's just so much stuff in
yeah,
the air. So I pray you feel better. I'm so sorry.
yeah. And full disclosure, yes, we're recording in February. I'm not sure when this will exactly air, but you have a website where people can find you, yes?
I do. It is BrigitteDonoho.com. And then I'm also on all socials under the handle Brigitte Donoho. So Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all the things.
Right. Hey, because you got to promote. And social media, I say in my how to write a book and get it published, hints, tips, and techniques. You can't pass on the free media, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just because writing or music, there is so much competition out there.
Oh yeah, I can't even remember what the number it is, but with Spotify, I mean, it's thousands of songs uploaded every single day.
Exactly. Even in books, there
Yeah.
thousands, at least a month, of new authors putting stuff out there. And it's all just one click away. So it's hard to fight through the noise of all that other stuff that's out there, which is why you're here, to promote your stuff, and why I go on other shows to promote my stuff.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you again, Brigitte Donoho, even though there's no A in there, for coming on. Yeah, for coming on. I appreciate your time today. Take care. God bless.
God bless you. Thank you so much for having me.
Since the cross was raised on Calvary's hill, men have stood on corners crying, "End is nigh." Generation after generation, checking signs and seasons still, shall not know the hour, yet we always try. We are frail and flawed, every one of us, no soul among us perfect, none above the rest. Check your pride and hubris, check your arrogance. God don't run his kingdom on our schedule or request. There's a difference, hear me now, between longing for the day and lighting fires in the darkness just to hurry up his way. It's God's time, not ours, his terms, not our own. We shall not know the hour that brings the king back home. So the good, reap the good, stand against the night. Evil wins when good men do nothing. So rise up and fight. It's God's time, not ours. Matthew 16:26. What does a man gain if he wins the whole wide world and throws his soul away? You are known by all your fruits, in the sun and in the rain. Every seed you plant today becomes your judgment day. Those who stir up chaos thinking God will be impressed are in league with the Antichrist, though they claim his holy name. From the Christian Ocean Rikio to the Islamic radicals, jihadists, unrest, using God to justify the evil is the devil's game. There's a difference, hear me now, between longing for the day and pouring gasoline on embers just to hurry up his way. It's God's time, not ours, his terms, not our own. We shall not know the hour that brings the king back home. So the good, reap the good, stand against the night. Evil wins when good men do nothing. So rise up and fight. It's God's time, not ours. If you choose not to decide, you still made your choice. Inaction is inaction. Silence is a voice, complicit in the evil that would otherwise be sown. Is no way for a believer to be known, to be known. Roar, restore our American Republic, ROAR. Push back the dark. Roar. We're not here to end Every air asks the question, every frightened soul can feel that the world is spinning darker, that the hour's drawing near. But it's God's time, not ours. Let that truth cut clean and clear. It's God's time, not ours. His turn, not our own. We shall not know the hour that brings the King back home. Sow the good, reap the good, stand against the night. Evil wins when good men do nothing. So rise up and fight. It's God's time, not ours. Not ours. Not ours. Be the liberty beacon, reflect God's lighthouse shine. Sow to reap, sow to reap, known by your fruits. God's time, not ours.
Outskirts moving in your orbit. I'm never gonna quit, but not too close, not a stalker. But I'm your sweet talker, gonna win your heart. I know where to start. You're gonna love it. Outskirts, I'm circling slow, moving in your orbit. You know I'm never gonna quit that chase, but I keep my cool, keep my place. Not too close, not a shadow. I read the room, I move so mellow. I'm your sweet talker, that's true. Got a little plan when I look at you. I know where to start, right by your heart. No loud parade, just a careful fade. Step by step, I'm in. Let the small talk begin. One smile, one sign, then you're mine. Sweet talker, sweet talker. I'm your sweet talker. Sweet talker, sweet talker. You're gonna love it. Win your heart, right from the start. Sweet talker, sweet talker. I'm your sweet talker. I bring the honey, not the rush. A little joke, a little blush. Your friends all laugh when I walk by, but I only need you eye to eye. I'm patient, baby, that's my move. I don't force nothing, I just groove. If you let me in, I'll make it real. One honest touch, one honest feel. I know where to start, right by your heart. No loud parade, just a careful fade. Step by step, I'm in. Let the small talk begin. One smile, one sign, then you're mine. Sweet talker, sweet talker. I'm your sweet talker. Sweet talker, sweet talker. You're gonna love it. Win your heart, right from the start. Sweet talker, sweet talker. I'm your sweet talker. If you say stay, I stay. If you say wait, okay. I'm not here to scare, I'm just hanging there. In your orbit, I spin. Let the real thing in. Close enough to know, far enough to go. Sweet talker, sweet talker. I'm your sweet talker. Sweet talker, sweet talker. You're gonna love it. Win your heart, right from the start. Sweet talker, sweet talker. I'm your sweet talker. outskirts, I'm moving in, just enough to let you in. Sweet talker, you're gonna love me. We are soon gonna be we.
Opinionated, not rude, just honest. Have the balls to say what the hell others do not. Has my mouth gotten me in trouble? As thick as my facial stubble. I'm always ready to rumble. Watch your verbal stumble. What the hell if I'm never gonna stop?
But I won't fall just to fit your frame. Honest is a harder name. Say what they want, say it out loud. Have the balls to say it proud. The hell I'm gonna stop. The hell I'm gonna stop. Hey, say what they want. Yeah, I say it now. Say it plain. Yeah, I've gone too far, but I won't back down. Openly and with reason. Fuck you, I won't back down. Only thing necessary
for evil prevail. What they say, good people's doing nothing. The stayed with most today. The world keeps turning, a dark, strange place. Good folks are yearning for a saving grace. The ship has sailed, they say, on a troubled tide. But what do you do today with nowhere to hide? Questions I've been asking in all my writings. What's your move? Just what about is it you're willing to try to do? Evil prevails when good just sleeps. Light sometimes fails while the darkness creeps. What are you doing now? Tell me, how will you take a bow for all to see? The news, it screams a broken sound, lost in bad dreams on hallowed ground. They say it's all lost cause, a losing fight. But what about your applause for what is right? Only thing it takes for shadow to prevail is a crowd of quiet hearts scroll and sigh, then turn away. Say this world is torn apart. Shit's gone out past the rusted pier. We just watch it fade. On this fallen ground we're standing, still afraid to wait. So what are you doing? What are you doing now to help the light, help the light, help the light break through the doubt? Are you just waiting for someone else to move? Or will you stand, will you stand, will you stand and be the proof? Tell me, what are you doing? What are you doing? Good folks in a quiet room, hands clean, eyes closed. Say someday I'll make a change, someday never shows. Every hurt you walk right past cuts a deeper line. Every that's not up to me helps the dark align. So what are you doing? What are you doing now to help the light, help the light, help the light break through the doubt? Are you just waiting for someone else to move? Or will you stand, will you stand, will you stand and be the proof? Tell me, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's a hard question, looking back at you, yeah, in the mirror, in the silence. You already know what's true. If you breathe and you're required to answer with your life. Every minute that you're given takes a side.
As a family friend, I cannot wait to meet thee. I feel already know ye. They waited and prayed, watched the calendar turn. Now a brand new heartbeat has made their whole world turn. Little hands and tiny feet are
give straight from above. God already knew you, formed you in His love. We anxiously await Thee, little one so dear, a blessing in the making, your arrival drawing near. For Leon, legacy lives on, a new page in the story. The journey's just begun. Respectfully, in family tradition, your gracious mom and dad will try their best in life, so nothing good you'll be missing. Salutations for Leo, congratulations to mom and dad. No doubt you'll be a stellar future college grad. Legacy continues, shining bright and strong. With God's hand upon you, you can never go wrong. They'll teach you how to pray, how to love and how to give, how to stand up tall even when life makes you bend. Rooted deep in faith, in the values they hold true. Every hug, every lesson points your heart toward what is good, so good, proper life to live. From the ones who came before you to the ones still yet to be, the chain of love keeps rolling. Now it rolls through thee, a Christian home, a praying heart. That's the greatest gift of all. Little Leon, welcome. Answer heaven's call. For Leon, legacy lives on, a brand new chapter written underneath God's dawn. Your gracious parents smiling, doing all they can, so in this life you'll miss nothing good, my little man. Congratulations, mom and dad. Here's to Leon's name, a future full of promise, never gonna be the same. Legacy continues in this boy so new. We thank the Lord above for bringing him into view. Legacy continues. Welcome to the world, sweet Leon. Legacy continues. God bless you, little one.
Like and subscribe to Constitutionalist Politics Podcast and share episodes. We need your help.
Thank you for having tuned into another Constitutionalist podcast show. I really appreciate that you stopped by. Again, please like, share, subscribe. We need you to help spread the Constitutionalist movement. Thank you again. Take care. God bless. Love you all.